Thank you. Good morning. This is a special day for both you and me. For you, because today you commence on a new and exciting journey that State has well prepared you for. For me, well, I'm certainly not used to talking in a grand sports arena, anything like this. This is, of course, quite an experience. Flying down here yesterday, I had to ask myself, what do I have to offer you? Yes, I'm a student of innovation, and as you all know, State has worked hard at providing you the skills and ways of thinking that will help you become entrepreneurs and innovators, the keys to success in the 21st century. Of course, innovation has always been important, but in today's world of accelerating change and constant disruptions, innovation is more important than ever. And here is a surprise. Not only is innovation more important than ever, it is actually also easier than ever. How can that be? Simple. As every part of our economy gets stressed out more and more, we can't just keep doing the same things, even if we try to do them better. We have already maxed out, so to say. We can't do them much better as we already have. We are exhausted, and there is no fat left in the system. So now we must find new ways to do new things. But to do new things, we must learn to see things differently. But how, you might ask? My answer is simple. Look to the edge. Become edge dwellers and edge thinkers. No, not necessarily fancy academic edges, although that is where I started out. But consider all the edges around you. Generational edges, for example. You folks here graduating today are leading edge of the net generation, or what others might call digital natives. You learn, you create, you socialize, you entertain yourselves in ways foreign to your parents and likely to your employers. Mention Twitter to your potential employer and they will ask you, what is that? In fact, just yesterday I had a famous Silicon Valley lawyer explain to me how ridiculous Twitter and Facebook are. Wrong. They're not ridiculous nor stupid. They're just different, enabling you to work and collaborate in new ways. Indeed, you will need to be constantly experimenting with these and other social network tools to find ever better ways to collaborate. And then, by the way, I hope in helping us learn from you. Perhaps this is a form of reverse mentorship. But please remember to be patient with us. We, the ancients, are slow learners. But also remember to be bold and brave. Come up with something radically new or some radical new way of doing something or working, and at first you won't be believed. But remember, please, no innovator is ever believed, at least at the beginning. I, personally speaking, can't remember a single radical innovation that I've been involved with that wasn't considered crazy, insane, or ridiculous when we first rolled it out. I won't bore you with that list. But the most important thing that I think is key to thriving in the 21st century is your willingness to constantly learn new things. In a world of constant change, most skills don't last very long. Indeed, perhaps one of the most important things you've learned at State is how to work with and learn from each other. For example, just reflect on the power of your informal study groups you have formed while here. Learning with and from each other is the secret to mastering change and driving innovation. This might all sound so academic, yeah, and what else would you expect from a PhD? But the truth is that today, the focus of my own research is far from the halls of the academy. I am intrigued by extreme performances on extreme edges. Let me introduce you to a person, or should I say, a 20-year-old kid who has just put the island of Maui in Hawaii on the map for extreme aerial surfing. His name is Dusty Payne, now the reigning junior world champion of surfing. He came within a whisker very recently of winning the prestigious 2008 Triple Crown of Surfing and recently won the richest single maneuver of surfing competition, the Custom Airstrike, winning $50,000 for completing one upside-down full rotation where he was 7 feet above the lip of the wave, upside down, no straps on the board, and then came straight down on the curl of the wave, maintaining perfect balance. I could go on forever what he can do, but let's try an experiment. Let me actually show you a bit of him in action. If we could kind of lower the lights a moment, and let's try playing a video of him. But my purpose here is not to introduce you to extreme surfing, but rather to draw your attention to how 6 or so kids came together to fiercely compete, but also to continuously learn from each other. These kids would gather actually in Dusty's living room. They would pore over YouTube videos. They would pore over their own videos of themselves experimenting with new moves, trying impossible moves, failing, but never getting discouraged. As a group together, they learned, they invented, they created new aerial moves that simply defy the imagination. Please notice that in some of these twists and even upside down maneuvers, there are no straps on the board. How does that board stay connected to them? How do they master the notion of momentum, centrifugal forces to make that all work? And as we would say in business lingo, they also studied adjacent domains such as skateboarding, snowboarding, motorcycle motocrossing, and then built analogies from them, then talked them over, analyzed them to death, and then dashed down to the surf to try them out. Maui is now the center of this extreme kind of surfing. No, not the North Shore of Oahu, but Maui, the island never known before for producing a champion. All of this because Dusty, one kid plus 5 others, decided they could do the impossible and they could push each other, learning from each other, learning deeply, experimenting all the time in order to perfect extreme capabilities. These kids, in my book, have mastered the art of innovation. So let me end with an overall observation. You are entering a world of accelerating change, if not constant disruption. If you can figure out how to embrace change as a challenge and as an opportunity. And if you can think about mastering change as simply being fun, you will thrive in the 21st century. It really is that simple. Thank you, and good luck for your forthcoming journey.